operate as a standard drum evaporator. This one is a DE4A autofill, like you can see. So standard drum panel, you're going to have a temperature controller which will monitor liquid temperature, and when you reach a high temperature, your high temp light will come on and the cycle will stop. At that point, the customer can manually switch it over to a drum dry mode, which you would do with this switch right here. Before doing that, you need to remove all of your level probes. So for the autofill, we have high and low level. And we'll also remove the liquid thermocouple. And there are covers for these which are not here right now, but anyway, each one of these outlets will get covered. And now when you switch into dryer mode, what we're going to do is we're going to start measuring the air temperature, and we're going to cycle the heaters based on that. So unlike the drum evaporator where the heaters are on until you reach a high temperature and then the cycle's over, this temperature controller right here will maintain the air temperature in the drum dry mode, which we set for 325 degrees. So much like your oven, your heaters will come on and off to maintain that 325 degree temperature in the drum evaporator. In addition to that, we have our mixer. So what this will do is keep any solids from forming a big pile in the drum as we're drying. It just agitates the solution. This shaft rotates at 20 RPM. So what we're doing is we're taking 1.5 horsepower down from 1750 RPM to 20 RPM, giving us about 400 foot-pounds of torque on the mixer. So it's going to stay moving no matter what we run into. In order to change the drum out, we have a convenient lifting mechanism here. So you can see a few safety features. We have a lid switch, so when that switch is interrupted, this mixer cannot turn and the heaters cannot turn on. So it'll make sure nobody gets hurt from this thing turning or burning themselves. A few other safety points we have chains with latches to hold the lid up, which you can see up here. The customer would attach. On both sides. And finally down here we have a special air valve with check valve, so in the event of losing air pressure, this lid will not come slamming down. It will come down gently without the opportunity to hurt somebody. The other safety feature we put in here is this is a momentary switch, so you cannot open the drum with one hand. You have to have both hands raising and lowering. And this will keep you from putting your hand in the drum when it's closing. So the air supply is only active when we hold this switch down. The cycle timer is what starts and ends the drum dry cycle, so the customer has an opportunity to set this for 8 hours, 10 hours, what have you. And that's what's going to end the cycle. There is a secondary high temperature program here, so we maintain a temperature of 325 degrees. And if for some reason the temperature goes up beyond that, when it reaches 400, there's a second output which will give you an alarm, which is non-resettable, meaning the heaters won't come back on until it's manually reset. So to recap, once in drum dry mode, we are monitoring an air temperature and maintaining that, agitating the solution if we're running off of a cycle timer, and we are only operating the bottom 6 heaters, so it effectively has the same heater configuration as a DE2 once it's in dryer mode. And to go back to drum evaporator mode, they will reinstall all of the level probes and liquid thermocouple, take it out of dryer mode, and then they can go back into the regular drum evaporator mode. That will use all 12 heaters, assuming it's a DE4. That's the drum dryer.